Bianca, I think that it's far deeper than we think have originally thought it to be. We talk about, well, the left is calling us Nazis and fascists, and this is the reaction. I think that's part of it, but I think it's deeper than that. I think there's the dark web sites that somebody like Robinson goes to, and they get affirmation and they get recruitment from that, and they're told, how to do things like this. This was not a sophisticated assassination, but it was for a 22-year-old, particularly a 22-year-old lone wolf. So I would love to know who radicalized him and how do we stop it? And that's where I think Congress needs to search.
Okay, time for the breakdown. That was former Congressman from Georgia, Jack Kingston, on Bianca's show yesterday. I think he's right. I don't think we realize just how much hate there is on the left. At least I didn't. I'll be honest, I did not. But we have a better idea now after everything we have seen online after Charlie Kirk's death. And it troubles me to show you this because 5 days ago, YouGov conducted a poll on what Americans really think about political violence. And here are the numbers. There's a bunch of them in it. I'm going to show you the most important ones. 34% of respondents identifying as either very or somewhat liberal said it is always or usually acceptable to be happy about the death of a political figure they disagree with. Another 42% of either very liberal individuals or those simply identifying as liberal believe violence can be somewhat justified. 42%. Okay, now let's look at the other side, the conservative side. Comparatively, just 7% of conservatives and 7% of moderates believe it's okay to be happy about such a death. And as far as justifying political violence, conservatives stand at 9%, moderates at 9%. Obviously, the numbers for the left are much bigger than those for conservatives and moderates. But here, I'll say this, what everyone in the media should be saying. I don't care what side you're on. You shouldn't be supporting someone being hurt because of where they stand politically and what they talk about. And left-wing media won't admit there's a problem still today. Given what I have just showed you with that poll from YouGov and all of the evidence presented by law enforcement from yesterday, Caitlin Collins from CNN had on Senator Ted Cruz last night and wouldn't admit the motive in this case was political. Even after the Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray released text from Robinson to his male lover stating some hate can't be negotiated out, and that Robinson left a note saying he was going to take out Charlie Kirk. And there was also this.
Robinson's mother explained that over the last year or so, Robinson had become more political and had started to lean more to the left.
And here's part of that exchange with Caitlin Collins and Senator Cruz.
You said a lot there, and we don't have a motive yet. We don't know yet. We're waiting. Obviously, we've heard what the governor's had to say, what the FBI director said today.
Come on, we don't have a motive yet.
We know
we don't have a motive yet.
What's
really?
happening with
really? That's CNN's position.
I mean, from law enforcement,
he just happened
Senator.
to fire the gun in celebration. You can't tell the motive.
Senator, that's not what I said. And I said law enforcement hasn't laid out a direct motive. They've laid out a lot of evidence here of these messages and what
actually
the
they
shooter
have.
said
They've said
to
that he
family
was a
members
left-wing
and to
activist who
roommates.
hated Charlie Kirk.
I don't know how she can say that with a straight face. Also, Jimmy Kimmel tried to blame the MAGA movement, even calling it a gang.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them.
I mean, just admit it. Tyler Robinson was a crazed leftist and killed Charlie Kirk because of what he stood for. But they can't do it. So how do we possibly move forward, even after everything we have learned? Our vice president talked about that 2 days ago, filling in for Charlie Kirk on his show.
There is no unity with people who scream at children over their parents' politics. There is no unity with someone who lies about what Charlie Kirk said in order to excuse his murder. There is no unity with someone who harasses an innocent family the day after the father of that family lost a dear friend. There is no unity with the people who celebrate Charlie Kirk's assassination. And there is no unity with the people who fund these articles, who pay the salaries of these terrorist sympathizers, who argue that Charlie Kirk, a loving husband and father, deserved a shot to the neck because he spoke words with which they disagree.
Yeah, I don't know how you achieve unity with that, with numbers like what I just showed you and the media kind of still gaslighting the country. Reasoning with that, it's going to be tough to do.